Okay, so 11:02. So thank you everyone again for joining today's webinar around the changes to the Microsoft Partner Network program. Today we are going to be going through some of the changes which have been announced. Just to introduce ourselves, so my name is Mike Markey. I'm one of the business development managers here at Ingram Microcloud, and I'm aligned with the Modern Workplace. And I'm joined today by Peter Graham, who's one of the partner development managers, also aligned with Modern Workplace. To take you through the agenda, just real quickly. So we're going to be touching on a few of the key topics. So firstly, why the change, what the current program looks like, the competencies versus designations. We'll take you through a brief demo around the solutions designation for modern work, just as an example piece, what the partner benefits look like as an update, customer success, the timeline into the future, and then a Q&A.
Great, thanks, Mike. So hi everyone. So to go through very briefly about the changes, we have consolidated all the slides that Microsoft has publicized, and we've brought some of them in together, but we'll talk around them in a bit more detail around what these are. So Microsoft has announced the 4 pillars around why they've made this change. The biggest one is obviously simplifying their programs. You'll all know and experience, of course, that having the various different competencies, or being a silver member or being a gold member of the Microsoft Partner Network, it can sometimes be very difficult for an end customer to differentiate between partners. Nobody really truly can give a fine example around what is different between a silver partner and a gold partner. And so Microsoft is looking to fix all these kind of minor details and differences with these changes, and to give partners and customers a better understanding about what a partner can do with them, and the skill sets around what makes a partner a solutions partner of a specific area, rather than saying I'm a small mid-market cloud silver partner, or I'm a small mid-market cloud gold partner. It opens too many questions for a customer to go, well, what's the difference? So that's one of the changes. In terms of delivering better customer value and things like that, they're changing the metrics into more of a scoring task. So each different skill set area, the partner will be required to gain some skills around that in more detail, and be able to enhance their abilities to drive their customers' deployments and metrics and usage in far better analysis. Microsoft is also investing in more ways back into the partner. So contrary to what happened a few years ago, obviously, with Microsoft potentially looking to remove IORs and things like that, they're actually giving partners even better benefits with these program enhancements that we'll touch upon later in the webinar. And so Microsoft is investing in more licenses, more product licenses for partners, more investments for their Azure consumption, both for testing and dev purposes and things like that, and giving partners more access to greater functionality from that side. And in terms of making sure that partners are prepared for this change and stuff like that, you've got 6 months notice before these changes occur, of course, plus you'll be able to still renew everything that you've got currently. So even if you don't manage to meet the new program metrics towards the end of the year, you can still continue as you progress through the tiers on your current legacy benefits and things like that into next year, until you if you need more time to meet the different changes and things like that. Next slide, please, Mike. So many of you may have seen this type of slide before. It's something that the Microsoft SURESTEP team has presented to many partners in the past few years, but this gives a bit of a holistic view over what the current Microsoft Partner Network program looks like today. So you have Network Member, which is free. There's no fee to take for partners. You've got the ability to view all of your different aspects of the benefits in there. And then as you move up to the tiers, you've got Action Pack, where you can pay £350 per year, and you can get the additional benefits that come with that. You've got your partner technical enablement benefits, and then you've got your core benefits. This is the first tier if you wanted any product licenses and any Azure credit. And then you move into the silver and gold competencies. Now, there's over 12 or 13 competencies that you can get at the minute, and each one for silver and gold will have different metrics which increase as you progress, going on to specialized competencies as well, specializations. And so at the minute, you can see here that most partners, from a Microsoft perspective, will be a silver or gold competency member because of the incentives that you get with those in regards to transacting your CSP. And this is what Microsoft is going to kind of consolidate down and change. Now, Microsoft Partner Network members will still remain, Action Pack will still remain. It's the main changes of this program you will see are between silver and gold competencies. All right, next slide, please, Mike. So this is what it's going to change to. Now, this is a much cleaner slide than the one that the SURESTEP program was presenting to partners in the past. But this will give you an idea of what it will change to. So you'll still have the Microsoft Partner Network as a free kind of membership to sign up to if you're starting out. You'll still have the Microsoft Action Pack as an annual fee to get your Action Pack benefits and things like that. And then what Microsoft is doing is they're essentially moving the competencies into what they call a solutions partner designation. So you can see here that they're essentially removing the kind of silver and gold kind of tiers and creating just one tier completely for partners. You can see that the benefits are all gold partner benefits that was on the previous slide, including the annual fee as well. So you're essentially getting all of the gold partner benefits. So if you're a gold partner, you'll see very little in terms of change. But if you're a silver partner, you will you'll need to start preparing to reach the gold tier of what you can achieve now. Specializations and things like that will continue. There will be some minor changes to the specializations as well. But yeah, in terms of the benefits and stuff like that, Microsoft is continually to add more specializations to the program as they grow. Next slide, please, Mike. So before we get into the finer detail about what is a designation and what kind of competencies are changing and things like that, I just wanted to note some of the most commonly asked questions that people have been asking since the changes were announced last month. So yes, competencies are going away and they're being consolidated into what Microsoft calls a partner designation. If you have any competencies at the minute, you can still renew them up until the end of September, and then you'll be able to keep them until your next renewal date of your actual Microsoft Partner membership. Incentives will not be changing until 2023, and that's October-wise. So you'll still be able to earn incentives by having a legacy competency right up until October 2023. But from October 2023, you will need to have a partner solutions designation in at least one area to earn incentives from Microsoft. So you've still got 18 months or so to earn a designation in order to claim your incentives back for reselling CSP licenses. In terms of legacy competencies, and you might not attain a solutions partner designation, what is the process? As I've just explained there, you'll be able to continue to renew your legacy competencies and things like that and attain further ones and things like that right up until September 30th this year. And then you will just have to reach a partner solutions designation by your renewal date or by the end of October, by the end of September 2023. There's no changes to Action Pack. So if you do have an Action Pack, there will be no changes to that. And partners, as far as we've read through all the terms and conditions, you'll still be able to buy an Action Pack alongside a solutions partner designation as well, which is good to know. Because I know sometimes partners want to double up in terms of having a silver or gold competency and having an Action Pack as well. And then in terms of the fee for solutions partner designation, it is the same fee at the moment for a gold partner. So if you're a gold partner, you will still pay the same UK pounds fee based on various different rates and things like that. You will still pay the same gold partner fee. But if you're a silver partner, you will have to pay the gold partner fee to have a solutions partner designation. That is the kind of main common things that people are asking. I'll now pass on to Mike to go through competencies and designations.
Thanks, Pete. So just to run through initially, legacy competency requirements. So with the competencies versus designations, I've picked out 3 within here. So the small mid-market cloud for gold, cloud productivity for gold, and collaboration and content for gold. Now with these, you'd really only start by earning one competency to activate that particular membership. And then you can earn as many competencies as you'd like within that membership period before renewing at the renewal date the following year. One thing to note with these though, versus the solutions partner designations, you would only be noted as a small mid-market cloud in gold membership type as that partner once you've actually attained these metrics. So for instance, increasing your customer base by 25 Office 365 customers within the previous 12 months, plus also a couple of exam metrics as well. And then a very similar vein through cloud productivity and collaboration and content. Now, where it really starts to differ, and I believe it really starts to benefit yourselves as partners, is instead of actually having to reach a certain metric before being recognized, you can start to progress through it. So we'll touch on a little bit more around how you can actually earn the solutions partner designation, but really wanted to just highlight the key difference initially, that you would only become small mid-market or any of these competencies once you've actually reached that particular metric. Now, with regards to introducing a solutions partner designation, it becomes the first opportunity to set yourself apart from the competition by demonstrating any organization's breadth of capabilities aligned to any solution area. And that's really valuable for you because it's where we see customer demand and where the opportunity is for the partners to scale to meet your customers' needs. So with the solutions partner designation, they're really easily identifiable. So as Pete mentioned before, silver and gold are changing to a solutions partner designation, which means that the badges also have to change. I'll touch on what the badges look like in a second, but they are a lot more identifiable, particularly to an end user's case in point. With the choosing of one or more, you can actually achieve the first solutions partner designation once you've paid the subsequent fee, but then you aren't limited to one. Okay, you can achieve all 6 if you would like, obviously if that met your business requirements. And then with regards to the opportunity, significant opportunity for partners as yourselves in this new world of work, where hybrid, remote or office based, whether you build and sell and services, your software or devices. Now, the actual identification for the solutions partner designation, so looking at the badges, these are what the badges would start to look like. As an end user, if I'm looking in from kind of the solutions partner tool, kind of trying to select the partner who I'd like to work with, it can be quite confusing at times. If I'm looking at a competency, I might not understand the difference between small mid-market cloud versus cloud productivity or collaboration and content. But if I saw that somebody was a Microsoft solutions partner in the modern work sense, that would probably resonate with me a little bit more. The same as it would if I know I'm looking for some partners to deal with my infrastructure, or I'm looking for some app innovation or business applications, I can start to see which partners are easily addressed. Now, you'll notice that there's 7 badges on here, and there's actually only 6 solution partner designations. The 7th badge is Microsoft Solutions Partner for the Microsoft Cloud. So once you'd earn all 6 of these, you'd actually be known as a Microsoft Solutions Partner for the Microsoft Cloud, which is fantastic. What these allow you to do is demonstrate the breadth of skills and knowledge to set yourselves apart from the competition. And you can further validate these deep technical expertise by looking at the advanced specializations, as Pete mentioned before. And the benefits as well, these are also enhanced versus what's currently on the program as it is now. So with these, a solutions partner designation would include the likes of the product benefits, which are enhanced, go-to-market services, co-sell eligibility, the skilling, sales enablement, and the customer-facing badges itself. Now, the competencies themselves, Pete had mentioned that you can renew those legacy competencies up until the September 30th this year. I just wanted to show you and highlight how the legacy competencies are now grouped into those solutions partner designations. As you can see on the left-hand side, multiple competencies are grouped into singular areas for the solutions partner. So the modern work where both myself and Pete are aligned, 6 competencies actually make up that modern work. So where I'd mentioned before, you would only achieve small mid-market cloud solutions by achieving 25 customers over the last 12 months, plus 2 people taking an exam. With this now, as we'll show you through the capability scoring metrics, just progression through these kind of legacy competencies would then add up to the points needed to make up that solutions partner for modern work, as it would the same for security, business applications, and the 3 that reside within Azure as well. Once you go through these, you've then got the accelerated metrics, where you can then start to look at specialized and expert programs as well. So I'd mentioned that Microsoft are introducing the partner capability score. With this, to achieve a solutions partner designation, you need to reach a minimum of 70 points out of a possible 100 to attain the solutions partner designation. The qualifications are very holistic within this, so they'll measure your organization's technical capabilities, which will also allow you to showcase any solutions you've delivered to help customers succeed and grow. There's also a new telemetry-based capability scoring model, which provides you with the flexibility to demonstrate your knowledge, skills, and experience. So where I've mentioned before around achieving that legacy competency, actually achieving those metrics before you'd be recognized for such an area, you can, as it says here, you've got that flexibility to demonstrate. So if you're stronger within a skills base versus the customer success, you can demonstrate and put more people towards the skilling versus kind of the performance metrics. And then also the new customer facing badges, which help you stand out and market your capabilities. So with the partner capability scoring, the alignment and how this looks across the Microsoft Cloud, you'll notice there's 4 columns. The last column is actually all 3 of the Azure solutions partner designations. So if we looked at the performance, the net customer adds, each of these will have some sort of customer adding over a previous 12 months. But let's say, for instance, the solutions partner for modern work again, where myself and Peter aligned, if that required 10 customers and you've only reached 5, you'd receive 10 points through that progression towards those 70. So you've really got the flexibility within here. With regards to the skilling, this is broken down into intermediate certifications and advanced certifications. The advanced certifications is usually made up of 2 exams, which then gives you that accreditation, the full accreditation. For example, the MS100 and the MS101 will give you an advanced certification versus the intermediate certification, where it might be an MS900, which is the Microsoft 365 fundamentals, for instance. But we'll talk about that a little bit more in detail when we come to that screen. And then the last one is around customer success. So looking at the usage growth, so of the licenses you've deployed within a customer's environment, of the services in those, so take business, Exchange Online, SharePoint Online, Intune, how many of those products is the customer actually using? So there's telemetry dashboards built into your partner center to assist with actually hitting those metrics. And then the deployments as well. How many environments are you actually deploying within a customer's environment? And there's ways around being recognized for these, which we'll touch on as well. So we've mentioned again how to attain the solutions partner designation. Just brings it all into one piece. So there's 3 areas: your performance, your skilling, and your customer success. As an admin, you can sign in to see how your organization is progressing towards these partner designations, and you need to reach that minimum of 70 points out of a possible 100 to actually attain that solutions partner designation. Now, we're going to roll into a bit of a demo. These are only screenshots, so you'll have to bear with us on these. But if you would like more of a realistic view of your own partner center, something a little bit more personalized, I'll introduce the team who can actually take you through this later on. So within the Microsoft Partner Center, to reach this website itself, it's partner.microsoft.com. Once you've actually signed in, you can click on membership. If you don't see membership, you'll actually need to go in and edit some of your permissions. And that permission you'd be looking for to tick is MPN admin or Microsoft Partner Network admin. You'd scroll to the bottom, click update, and then you would start to see the membership tab. Once you've clicked the membership tab, the first thing I'll probably be looking to do, given the timeline that Pete discussed before, is looking at clicking on the membership offers in the top left corner. Within here, you can then start to see which membership type you're currently on, be it Action Pack, Silver, Gold, or even Network Member, and when you've purchased this. If you look to the very bottom, you can then actually see when the renewal start date is and when the offer end date is. So if it was today's date, you would add on the year for the renewal start date, but your offer end date would be 1 month after this. Once you've ascertained when your renewal date is, you'd know if you're probably ready or not to go for the solutions partner designation, or you'd be looking to renew that legacy competency to give yourself another year's worth of benefits. From here, you would scroll down on the left-hand side. You'll see solutions partner, and then an overview button, which you'd look to click. And then once you've seen this, you'll then enter into the Solutions Partner Overview page. And if you scroll down on this page, you'll actually start to see all of the different Solutions Partner designations. And for this example, we'll jump into Modern Work. So we've taken these screenshots from a live partner center of a partner. I have blocked out their information just so it's kept confidential. But on here, we can see that the performance metric, there's the skilling metrics, and then the customer success metrics, which are shown. Now, what we've looked to do is just click on the view requirements within each area. Now, within the view requirements, this will tell you what you'd need to do to achieve full maximum points within such an area. So for the performance metric within Modern Work, you'd need to add over the last 12 months 10 customers within here. It will give you the eligibility for association type, so either a claiming partner of record or CSP tier 1 or tier 2. If you're in the indirect channel, you'd be mainly CSP tier 2. The eligible customers, so you're looking for a tenant with paid available units between 10 and 300 for at least one eligible workload. So bear in mind, this is the SMB type. There's SMB versus enterprise. And the eligible products that it might look at, so taking Business Premium again, where it holds the likes of Intune, Exchange Online, Pro Plus, SharePoint Online, Teams, Teams Meeting, Teams Phone Calling, etc. And then there's the calculation as well, just to explain how it looks for yourselves. Now, if we click through to the other ones, so what is really interesting and what I really would like to applaud Microsoft for is the recognition for the fundamentals exams, because it's the first time that in my kind of experience of Microsoft that the fundamentals exams across different areas are starting to be recognized towards those actual competencies, or in this case, solutions partner designations. With the skilling, you'd require 2 as intermediate. For the advanced certification, you would require just the 1 for SMB, and this is the Enterprise Administrator Expert, which is made up of that MS 100 and MS 101. For the customer success metrics, these are the deployments and the usage growth. So it's all around kind of looking at your claiming partner of record or cloud service provider. And with this, it's looking at the monthly active users, which are calculated at the end of each month, versus the skilling, which is calculated daily. So if you were linking a profile, to like a learning profile to your partner center, you'd see the skilling updated each day, versus the customer success and the performance model is updated monthly. With the customer success, you might need some additional permissions. With this, it's executive report viewer, which you'd find under user management within your partner center. But if you can't find that, we can definitely assist you in finding it. And then the usage growth as well. So looking at those monthly active users again, so the deployments versus the usage, just to see where it is you actually sit. But again, if you haven't deployed, say, 10 or the 5 environments within a partner center, or you've not got 2,000 monthly active users, or 500 if you're running the claiming partner record, anything that you're progressing through with can count towards a solutions partner designation. So don't be afraid if you see the big number of 2,000 and think, oh, I've not got quite that many just yet. I'm working towards it. You will receive the progressional points, which is fantastic to see. And that concludes the demo. I'll pass back over to Pete.
Thanks, Mike. So yeah, just off the back of that, I just want to make it very, very clear as well that the 2,000 monthly active users is not bums on seats. It's the workloads within the subscription as well, because I know that it can be quite confusing to look at that and think I don't have 2,000 licenses towards my customers. It's the eligible workloads, as Mike said, that are within that counts towards that. Now, the thing that most partners are quite keen and understanding in a bit more detail is obviously the current product benefits. So I've just grabbed a screenshot here from the existing product benefits page for competencies and things like that, just to kind of highlight what you currently get as a silver or gold partner in the kind of common modern workplace kind of metrics and things like that. So you can see here, as a modern workplace partner, you'll get 25 Microsoft 365 E3 licenses for a silver, or 100 for gold. And then you've got the various other ones as you go through there. So for small mid-market cloud, If you have that competency, you'll have the additional license like Business Premium with Business Voice, 10 for silver, 25 for gold. And then over on the left-hand side, you've got your security product benefits as well, which is great. But if you're a substantially large organization, or if you're looking for very specific product licenses, it can be quite difficult because they're not all, Microsoft 365, E3, and your Business Premium, stuff like that, may not have all the features that you want all your team to have. And in terms of assisting your customers in understanding these licenses, obviously you want to experience the licenses yourself so you can better sell them to your customers. And so as we go through, I'll show you what the product benefits will look like for the partner designations. Next slide, please, Mike. So just before I show you them, Microsoft has obviously recognized that partners need to be able to have full view of all the licenses that a customer is potentially going to buy, and the partner needs to have a trial of those or test them out and experience them themselves. So they have updated in terms of the Azure bulk credits and things like that, in terms of the metrics that you get for them. They have improved access to the different variations of license type, including education and things like that, which you'll see. And this is going to hopefully help improve partners' customer reach in terms of into different markets and things like that, to increase your exposure into other industries and things like that as well. And then obviously with the access to all these product benefits and things like that, it will give you the same access to the technical pre-sales and deployment hours that you're currently experiencing, and the signature cloud support benefits and things like that. And so you'll still have access to all those great functions and product benefits as well. Next slide, please, Mike. So as an example, this is the security product benefits. So if you were to attain the security partner designation, you'll be able to see here on the left-hand side, you would get $6,000 per year of Azure production credits, and also $12,000 per year of dev and test credits as well. You would get your Visual Studio things, which you would have potentially got in other competency areas, but you would also get Microsoft 365 E5 licenses now. So Microsoft has given you their top of the range, piece de resistance, the creme de la creme. Microsoft's given you their top SKU for the modern workplace, which is fantastic to see, because it gives you every single capability of their entire product suite all under one SKU. So you can test and try them out in your own environments for all of your own users, so that you guys can make the most of it and understand the product in more detail. Because for customers that may be on an Office E3 or something like that, and they're asking about very specific features within it, you can go in and check on your own licenses or in your own test environments with those licenses on an E5, which is fantastic. The other major addition as well is to kind of go through the kind of education side of things as well. So education licenses have a very similar, if not slightly different functionality when it comes to the users in terms of scope. And you're also given 25 education A5 users as well. So you can test out those in your environments as well. And as you can see that you'll still get your kind of software licenses as well, which is fantastic, and your CALs and things like that. And then over on the right hand side there, if you were to attain the security advanced specialization, you would be able to get an increased number of licenses and product benefits in terms of your Azure credit, as you can see there, dramatically increases from 12 to 24 or 6 to 9. And then you would also get further E5 licenses as well, which is fantastic. If you go to the next slide, Mike, we'll go through the modern workplace ones as well. Now I've highlighted in yellow where there's differences between the last slide in terms of the security one, but you can stack the product benefits on top of them. So as you get each different designation, you'll be able to stack on the product benefits within them as well, which is great. Now, in terms of the specializations, you can only stack a maximum of 3. Now, there's more than 3 specializations from Microsoft on that, but you can stack a maximum of 3 of those as well. But as you can see there, you would get 200 M365 E5 licenses for attaining the modern workplace product benefit. You get a further 50 for the specialization, and you would get $6,000 a year of bulk Azure credit for test environments as well. which is fantastic. And then again, you get the likes of Dynamics operations, sales and field service and things like that. So you can test out Dynamics product licenses as well, which is really great to see. So in terms of what we were talking about in terms of the enhanced benefits, Microsoft has noticed that partners need to understand what is in with each license. They want to understand more of the features and stuff. So rather than, in historic benefits and things like that, we got Office E3 and things like that, which was subpar, but now they're giving you their top SKU for the modern workplace, E5, where you can experience the likes of Intune, and Defender for Endpoint Plan 2 and Plan 1 and things like that, and all the other great functionalities that come within those subscriptions. Next slide, please, Mike.
Okay, so just to take you through what our teams look like within Ingram Micro, because I'm aware that there might be some questions. You might be looking at how to increase the customer success or performance or skilling models within your own partner centers itself. So we actually have 3 different teams within Ingram Micro, within our cloud team, but we all work together to achieve the same goal, which is growth amongst partners. So with regards to this, our first one is customer success. So some of you might have a customer success manager aligned, some might not, which is absolutely fine. They are vendor agnostic, but very solution aware. There is then the solution sales team, which are also partner aligned. They are vendor agnostic again, but they're also solution driven. And then there's also the vendor sales team, which are partner agnostic, the vendor aligned, so the likes of Microsoft in this case, and then they are solution specific, so where you'd be looking at the likes of a Microsoft solution. Now, with the customer success team, I'll just introduce you to the 3 heads we've got in here. So there's Jack, Vicky, and Oliver. With regards to these, they're focusing on the success and growth of your existing customers base. They look to help identify the upsell and cross-sell opportunities and can facilitate conversations with vendors for any demos or training. Now, with regards to the team that I probably would take more note of, so take a screenshot or a snipping tool of this slide if you'd like. But these are the SURESTEP team, so myself included within here. We've also got then Armando, Nicola, Martin, and Mitchell as well. So with these, we've got our own aligned cloud within Microsoft, so Modern Work, Business Applications, and Azure. I know very much today has been focused around kind of the examples of Modern Work, but if you would like any kind of information around, say, the business applications or the Azure Solutions Partner designations, definitely pick up with your respective area or person of interest within that area. Things that they can support with, or we can support with, is the linking of the partner profiles, identifying the opportunity for the customer success, and helping you build towards that 70 points metric out of 100. Just give it a couple of seconds, just if anyone's taking another screenshot, and then I'll pass you back over, Peter. Okay.
Thanks, Mike. So in terms of the timeline of events and things like that, just to kind of recap on what needs to happen and by the respective dates. So last month, Microsoft announced the plans to change the Microsoft Partner Program. So as it's currently known as the Microsoft Partner Network, it's becoming the Microsoft Cloud Partner Program. In terms of a name change. Partners have access today to go and view, as Mike's shown there, where they sit within a solutions partner designation, what points are they hitting and what metrics are they hitting right now, and they'll be able to see where they are in terms of their existing competencies. And in terms of working towards that, Barry, you can work with your SURESTEP team and the other Ingram Micro associates within there to help you understand and attain the relevant respective areas to meet either your competency that you want to attain before the September 30th deadline, where associated badging will no longer be valid, but partners can still retain all their benefits until their next anniversary date. So in terms of working towards it, we would advise trying to work towards a solutions partner designation before the timeline, because the change is coming, you may as well work towards it now. And then from October 3rd, 2022, solutions partner designations are available to renew upon. So if you are due for your renewal in October onwards and you have met the metric, you can renew on the solutions partner designation from this date onwards. You cannot, unfortunately, have the benefits of both programs. So you cannot have the benefits of legacy competencies that you've got and the benefits of solutions partner designations. It's either or. So just make you aware of that. And then from October 2023, that is when solutions partner designations will be required for partners to earn incentives. So if you renew any of your legacy competencies right up until the 30th of September, and say your renewal is due in September 2023, for instance, you can continue to earn incentives. You can continue to have your product benefits for legacy competencies. But come October 2023, if you still haven't met the required metrics for solutions partner designations, you cannot earn incentives and you cannot attain them until you've met the metrics. And again, your Ingram Micro Associates can help you fill in the gaps and the areas of where you need to meet the scorings for. Next slide, please, Mike. So just to kind of recap on the eligibility and things like that. So Mike mentioned obviously that you need 70 points or more to attain a solutions partner designation. There's no changes to your benefits until the first anniversary date after solutions partner designations become available. So again, please log into your partner center and check when you're due for your renewal. Legacy competencies and associated badging will no longer be available to download from the Microsoft Partner Network and the Partner Center. So in terms of making sure that you wanted to advertise what competencies you've got, please make sure you download them before the end date of October 30th. And again, at any time after October 3rd, you do meet the requirements to earn a solutions partner designation. You can change your benefits at your next anniversary date. And again, if you are eligible by the change on October 3rd, you can renew on your anniversary date to change your benefits and to download the associated badging for those solutions partner designations. And again, once you've paid the fee and you earn one solutions partner designation, there's no additional fees to attain the further 5 solutions partner designations that you can achieve as well. So if you do earn one solutions partner designation for your renewal and you earn 2 during your membership year, you'll have 3 by the time you end, depending that you meet the criteria moving forward. Next slide, please, Mike. So in terms of kind of key takeaways from this webinar today, I just want to make sure that everyone gets a good head start in terms of what you need to make sure to get the best out of this. So first of all, please log into your Partner Center and check your score against the relevant solutions partner designations. Go in and see what scoring you've met, and you can go in and view the metrics. You can download the insights into what associates within your organization have linked their Microsoft accreditations and certifications to your organizations. So that is a big one to check, of course, because there may be several people in your organization that have achieved exams recently, but they're not showing. And again, as Mike said, they refresh on a daily basis. That's a very quick way to boost up your score by getting people's certifications and training linked to your Partner Center. The next one is to ensure that customers are correctly linked to your Partner Center. Now, obviously, for new commerce experience partners that have made the transition or are in the process of transitioning, please make sure that you are correctly linked to your customers in terms of your delegated admin privileges. And to ensure that your customers are linked correctly, you can view customers in your Partner Center and ensure that you're all registered to your customers correctly in there. And again, your Ingram Micro Associates can help with that. Please pick up with your SURESTEP team or Ingram Micro Associate about any training certifications that are available. Ingram does host some free training courses and exams, and we also have dedicated discounts through other training providers as well. So if you did want to get a training plan built, and please speak to us about what's available to you. Review your insights dashboard. So on the Partner Center, you can review right now the insights around your current customers' license usage. So you can go in and have a look at individual tenants that you manage and see what customers are utilizing Teams, Intune, Teams Phone. If they're registered or linked correctly, you'll be able to see, you'll know your customers better than anyone else, of course, and you'll be able to say, well, actually, this metric is wrong because we've actually linked them on Intune, or they're using, or they've got managed devices and things like that. But it might be an area where you might not have linked the customer correctly in that area or something like that. So it allows you to plan and prepare now to make sure that all the metrics are correct. And then the final one is just if you want to build a training plan or a business plan with your partner development manager or customer success manager to target specific customers To help you attain your solutions designations, we are here to help and support you and to give you the vital insight that can help your sales team meet the required designations in time to make sure that you meet all those metrics. Cool. I'll pass you back to Mike.
Cheers, Pete. So up next, we've got the questions and postponed answers. We've decided to call it this, with the information being as fresh as it is. We'll give you the opportunity to ask as many questions as you like within the chat, or I know that there's an email address which has been popped into the chat as well. We'll actually take these back to Microsoft because there's some information that we might not be privy to yet, or some information we might just need to read, but we want to get you the utmost truthful answer. So that's why we call it postponed answers. So yeah, we'll give you a couple of minutes, pop the questions in, and anybody who's attended the webinar or who's registered for it, we'll deliver the answers to, along with the questions over the next couple of days. But apart from that, yeah, we'll give the couple of minutes, but it's just to say a big thank you for the webinar today. The attendance has been great, and yeah, we look forward to working with you all in the future.